Now to the lies and the cover-ups by Chicago police officers involved in the shooting death of Laquan McDonald. Late today, we got our hands on once secret reports, and CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey has been digging into the findings, looking into why the city's inspector general recommended firing a dozen officers.
Today we received 16 reports for the 16 officers connected to the October 20th, 2014 shooting of 17-year-old Laquan McDonald. They were under lock and key for 3 years until today.
How many shots? 16 shots! How many shots? 16 shots!
16 is also the number of bullets fired by Officer Jason Van Dyke, fatally striking McDonald. The Office of Inspector General says Van Dyke lied and dodged investigators from the OIG. It also thoroughly documents the ways that the OIG says Van Dyke's police officer colleagues lied for him, filed false reports, failed to activate their cameras, and even loaded the batteries in their microphones upside down. The OIG says they exaggerated the threat that McDonald posed, and their actions prevented CPD from collecting potentially important, objective, technology-based evidence of the McDonald shooting.
16 shots and a cover-up!
The report also gives startling details from the Cook County Sheriff's officers, who said when they arrived on the scene, McDonald was lying on the pavement, quote, gasping for his last breath of air. Meanwhile, CPD officers were, quote, standing around and talking to each other. The report also included this odd safety bulletin mentioned in the trial. Van Dyke said he knew that McDonald was armed with a knife, but he recalled a bulletin like this, warning of a weapon that appeared to be a knife but was capable of firing a bullet. McDonald's weapon did not turn out to be a revolver knife.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
So what happened to the OIG recommendations? In July, 3 police officers and a police sergeant were fired. Sergeant Stephen Franco, officers Janet Mondragon, Daphne Sebastian, and Ricardo Viramontes. You'll remember that in January, 3 current and former Chicago police officers were acquitted of criminal charges. They were Officer Joseph Walsh, Officer Thomas Gaffney, and ex-detective David March. Now, we confirmed other officers retired or resigned in the years since the shooting. Today, CPD confirmed that only one of the remaining officers, Dora Fontaine, is still employed by the department. Live in the newsroom, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 News.